2011 Chevy Malibu. Finally got my car fixed for good. It was throwing all kind of codes for multiple misfire and cylinder 2 and cylinder 4 fuel injectors stuck open. And I went about troubleshooting. I got this car for $1,000, believe it or not. And I guess the person was having a lot of problems with it and they were replacing all kind of stuff. So when I first got it, I noticed there was a foul smell like rotten eggs, and it was coming from this manifold, exhaust manifold, and there was a hairline crack right there that I noticed, and got that from a junkyard, another part, and replaced it, and it's good on that note. So then I went about replacing the fuel injectors, because it said the fuel injectors 2 and fuel injectors 4 were stuck open. And ejectors are right up in here. Let's see, there's one right there with that wire. I replaced all 4 of them, and they still saying fuel injectors 2 and 4 were stuck open. They worked. The car worked for like 20 minutes, and it started throwing them codes again. And then so I was trying to troubleshoot it while the misfire was happening, so I replaced the coils and spark plugs, and it was still throwing the multiple misfire, and fuel injectors 2 and 4 was stuck open. So somebody said I might have had a bad wire in the fuel injector wire harness. All these wires that go to the fuel injectors, this whole harness here runs to right there. And there's my old one, and I replaced it. And it still was throwing the same codes. Multiple misfire and fuel injectors 2 and 4 was stuck open. So when the multiple misfire happens, you can have an air leak in your manifold air intake. So I replaced this whole air intake manifold, and it still was throwing out multiple misfires. So I went around, I replaced the throttle body, replaced all these little sensors that are all around the motor, and these 2 sensors up here, it was throwing codes for them. And so I noticed when I was replacing the new wire harnesses that went to the, because I ordered new wire harnesses for the new plugs right here for the new sensors. And as I noticed the wire harness, when I was changing out the new wires, I noticed that they were green inside. So I was like, man, it might have had a bad wire. So I replaced the wires running from here all the way up to like right here somewhere, where this line's at, underneath this hose. So I can get a better look. This hose right here, up to here, brand new wires, and it still was throwing multiple misfire. At that point, I'm scratching my head like, what in the fuck could it be? I got the timing chain changed. I took it to somebody for that, because I don't really get into it that damn deep, but I can work all around the engine like nothing. But I got the timing chain replaced, and it still was saying it was misfiring. And so at least all that's new. Took it to the dealer so they can diagnose it, and they told me it needed an alternator. And I paid $165 for them to say some stupid shit like that. And they didn't read none of the other codes, that it was misfiring and the fuel injectors were stuck open. I paid $165 for nothing. And I got a new alternator, and it was still doing the same bullshit. So I went to replace the computer, and maybe that was bad. So I replaced the computer. I had them program it at the dealership, still throwing multiple misfires. At this point, I'm scratching my head, didn't know what the fuck else it could be, other than the whole wire harness to the engine. So guess what, guys? I got the damn whole wire harness to the engine. This goes up underneath the fuse box, and you just push it up in there, and then this bolt right here goes in there and tightens up into the fuse box. Then this goes to the computer that I installed, and this goes to the transmission, and all these are your other plugs to the car. You got your what is it? Okay, this goes like to your alternator and your air condition. This here goes to your ignition coils. I mean, the wire harness, these are the 2 plugs I told you I replaced. on top of the motor, and I ran the new wires all the way down to here somewhere. The engine harness I got at gmpartsgiant.com. That's the number to the harness. You also got to check to see if it'll fit your vehicle by entering your VIN number. And all the other parts that I get for the car are from carparts.com. They usually have good quality parts. I just bought the AC compressor from them. It's a very good quality. And I also got what else did I buy from them? I got the throttle body, and I got the air intake manifold, and also the two little sensors that were on top of the engine from carparts.com. But yeah, so I also got a new battery for the car. Let me see if I start it up for you guys. Cranks up, no lights. I got the door open. So. AC works. I got a new radio from the junkyard. It's locked. I have to go to the dealer to unlock it. I looked at some videos. You're able to unlock the old ones. They have some YouTube videos where you can unlock the old ones, but if it has this USB here, you're not able to do that. This is the radio it came with. Some bullshit. It's a Bluetooth, but I took it out of there. Some of the speaker wires are kind of bullshit. I don't know if it's the way they hooked this shit up, but this had just plugged right into the car, these two wires, and this antenna deal. But I went to the junkyard, I got the old one back. It looks a lot better. But yeah, after replacing all that, the car's running like new. No lights come on, not misfiring. I mean, it's running smooth. Sounds good too. Also got this scan tool for $20, and it pinpoints. It's an AutoLink AL319 Altel. That's the actual name brand that you search for on Google. So you turn your key forward and press enter on the OBD scan test. Let's see. I'll back out because I didn't think it. Let's go to previous menu. So anyways, this is how it looks when you plug it in. You can go to OBD or you can go to ready test. OBD, that's like to tell you your codes and stuff, so I can scan it. And I've already driven it 300 miles since I don't have any codes. So you click on engine, read codes. There are no codes stored. So let me go back. You can even erase codes. Like if you have codes and you just fixed your car, you go to erase, click on erase, it'll erase the codes and your check engine light will turn off. And then you got to drive it until you get everything checked out on your ready menu. So go to ready test, click on that. And I got a green check. Normally it'll be a red X over here, or this triangle will light up. But everything's green. And after I fixed it, there was a lot of red X's, so you have to drive it 70 miles. And little by little, your car will start checking off these things. The evaporator cord, or whatever that is, evap sensor, was red, and I got it passed with my inspection. Even though that one was red, you're allowed to have one red X here in Texas. And now it's checked off green, so everything's working good. and it's a pretty good scanner tool. 20 bucks. It'll help you out with a lot of pinpoint trying to see what the hell's wrong with it. Even though I had to go through all the bullshit and find out it's the wire harness. This thing didn't tell me that. It just told me I had a multiple misfire, random multiple misfire, and the fuel injectors 2 and 4 were stuck open. But once I replaced the engine harness and actually got brand new plugs for everything, and all the sensors that it plugged into are new, the car's running real good. All the codes disappeared. I mean, it gave me every single plug on that wire to around the whole engine, so all my codes disappeared. The last thing I changed today was the compressor to the AC, because it was doing a little rattling noise, and for some reason I replaced a new clutch to the AC compressor. I put a new clutch on it, and it kept throwing my new clutches. I put 2 of them on there, so I just ordered a new compressor, and I noticed that when I was putting the belt on, the belt tensioner was way too tight, or the belt that they sold me at the parts house, they said it goes to this car, and the belt was way too tight, so I ordered a half a size bigger. So the belt I got was 41 and 3/8. That's the 21 inches and 3/8, and that one is doing real good. My car's quiet, there's no noises, no more codes. I passed inspection, I got my sticker, so everything's good to go now. Hopefully I can share this video and with you guys, and it'll fix one of your problems. Y'all can get something done, because I hate messing with a 2011 Chevy Malibu the way it was doing all those bad codes. But my main problem was the engine wire harness after replacing all that other stuff. So hopefully this video helps you guys out, and good luck.